screen. Nothing on the prompter. Naija, good morning. How are you today? Now, I know you already know what time it is because it's your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria. And today is Thursday. It's a brand new day, and we're here to fill all of your morning with good vibes, great conversation, and a whole lot of energy to keep you thriving all through the day. Now, you know what they say about Thursdays is for go-getters. You're close enough to the weekend to smile and, just rest. Right? But there's still one more day to make that magic happen. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Rume Paulson, and we have a lot in store for you today. Now, if you want to just get a taste of what we have for you, Chef Bola is in the kitchen, and today she'll be making smoky jollof rice. In fact, the aroma right here is amazing. And I'm seeing some moi moi leaves as well, so I'm sure she's also going to be tweaking in all of that. We have fast rising artist Lakim, who's known as Oyeneye Hakim, is a Unilag music student whose sound calls Afro-life, and he blends his get roots, life experiences, and spiritual journey into that. He will be performing for us today. I did for a We also have Kayode Adiagbo, is the founder of TMS UK Properties, a real estate expert with over 30 years of experience across Nigeria and the UK, and is the author of A Journey of Change, a book on resilience, determination, and passion. He joins us today for a book chat on lessons from his inspiring journey and career. And on tech, we're discussing bridging the gap between employers or employees and the job seekers in the creative industry with Olamide Adeyeye. And just because we love books, we have our second book chat, which is from Yusuf Balogun, the author of Ishekbe, and we will be discussing that today. DJ Ofure, also known as Big Ray, who's a Guinness World Record-holding, multi-award-winning Nigerian gospel DJ, redefining how the world experiences gospel music will be here. Now, he's known for his energetic mixes and faith-filled vibe. He has hosted Sunday Praise Jam on Cool FM, Afro Gospel Show on A Step Forward UK. With every set, DJ Offering embodies bold, joyful, and unashamed sound of gospel energy, and he'll be right here in the studio. Packed show, I can tell you that for sure. We have food, we have music, we have book chat. Everyone is here. Mike is here, Winfrey is standing by as well. But we're about to get this show started right after this.
It's the 13th day of November 2025, a Thursday morning. We call it our Artsy Thursday. Good morning and welcome. The news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Messi Keno. Minister of Defense has assured the Ministry of Defense they will protect any officer on lawful duty. Mohammed Badaru's remarks follows an altercation between a naval officer and the Minister of the FCT over access to a parcel of land allegedly belonging to a former Chief of Naval Staff. Sifon Essien reports.
It's a ceremony marking the formal commencement of activities to mark the 2026 Armed Forces and Remembrance Day.
To launch today,
the Minister of Defense highlights activities of the Armed Forces and events lined up for the occasion.
Nigerians can now write tributes to fallen heroes and say thank you for all their efforts in keeping the nation safe. They can also thank serving officers who they see have distinguished themselves in the service of the nation. The link to the electronic world will be published through all our social media handles for easy access.
But the focus soon shifts to a recent altercation between a naval officer and Minister of the FCT Nyesom Wike over access to a parcel of property allegedly belonging to a former Chief of Naval Staff.
I'm not a fool, sir. I'm not a fool. I am not a fool, sir.
Well, at the ministry and indeed the armed forces, I will always protect officers on local duty. So we are looking into the question and be rest assured if any officer on local duty be protected. I will not have anything to do local duty, doing his job, and doing his job credibly well.
I'm not a fool. I am not a fool, sir.
The incident continues to generate reactions, pitting analysts who are for and against the parties involved in the matter. Sifon Essien, TVC News, Abuja.
President Bola Tinubu has encouraged Nigerian editors to use their platforms to promote national unity and strengthen democracy through responsible journalism. He made a call at the 2025 annual conference of the Nigerian Guild of Editors held at the State House in Abuja.
The conference was themed Democratic Governance and National Cohesion, the role of editors. The event brought together key figures in government and the media to chart a new course for national dialogue and press freedom.
As editors and managers of the national information space, you shape narratives, you influence public understanding, you decide what becomes national focus and how our collective challenges are interpreted. The weight of that responsibility is extremely significant. It must be exercised with wisdom, fairness, and a strong sense of national duty.
President Tinubu admitted that Nigeria faces economic challenges, but said ongoing reforms are necessary to secure long-term stability and prosperity. He reaffirmed his administration's commitment to cooperation, trust, and shared understanding in nation building.
The reform we have undertaken have been challenging, but they are designed to place our economy on a strong and enduring footing.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the President's presence at the Editors' Conference demonstrates his respect for press freedom and commitment to partnership with the media.
As we deliberate here today, I charge you, my colleagues, to see yourselves as essential partners in national renewal. The government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has demonstrated its faith in you through his actions, not just his words.
The president of the Nigerian Guild of Editors urged the administration to provide corporate relief through tax exemptions and incentives that will enable the media to survive the high cost of news production.
At the end of the day, Your Excellency, your government has been working so hard to provide jobs for the people. If the media cannot keep jobs by paying people their salary, they cannot help our democracy. So that's why we are happy you are here, Your Excellency.
If you have a role to play in democratic governance and national cohesion, then you also have a role to play in electoral integrity and trust deficit. Because without electoral integrity, there can be no democracy.
As the conference continues, the central message from both government and the media remains clear. Democracy thrives best where truth, accountability, and national interest guide public conversation. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
And that's the news this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We're just getting the show started.
From Lagos to the world, TVC Communications has been nominated for its very first international award, the prestigious AIB. It's a recognition of our voice, vision, innovation, and relentless drive to push beyond boundaries. TVC Communications, Nigerian excellence on the world stage.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it, you'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Martin Luther King Jr. was born in Atlanta, Georgia, January 15, 1929. The son of a Baptist minister, King received a doctorate degree in theology and in 1955 helped organize the first major protest of the African-American civil rights movement, the successful Montgomery bus boycott. King participated in and led marches for the right to vote, desegregation, labor rights, and other civil rights. He advocated civil disobedience and nonviolent opposition against segregation in the South, influenced by Mahatma Gandhi. The peaceful protests he led throughout the American South were often met with violence. Nonetheless, Dr. King and his supporters were persistent and the movement gained momentum. Dr. King was a powerful orator. He appealed to Christian and American ideals and won growing support from the federal government and Northern White. In 1963, Bayard Rustin and A. Philip Randolph led the massive march on Washington for jobs and freedom. The event's grand finale was King's famous "I Have a Dream" speech. 250,000 people gathered outside the Lincoln Memorial to hear the stirring speech. In 1964, the civil rights movement achieved two of its greatest successes: the ratification of the 24th Amendment, which abolished the poll tax, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibited racial discrimination in employment and education and outlawed racial segregation in public facilities. In the same year, King became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize. In the late 1960s, King openly criticized U.S. involvement in Vietnam and turned his efforts to winning economic rights for poor Americans. He was a leader of the American Civil Rights Movement and organized a number of peaceful protests as head of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, including the March on Washington in 1963. He was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee on April 4th, 1968.
Welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen, and we're right here with Tini
Olowosibi.
Tini Olowosibi. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Good morning. All right, so tell us, what are you making for us today? I can smell chicken or something, but something smells good, right? Okay. Even though I can see a lot of ingredients here. Tell us, what are we making?
Oh, we're making jollof rice, smoky jollof rice, and moimoi elewe.
Oh,
my signature dish. Yes.
Oh, that's the moimoi in the leaves, right?
Yes, please.
So if you're Yoruba, moimoi elewe, you won't understand it. But if you're not Yoruba, it means moimoi with the leaf, right? So what are we using?
For the moimoi elewe, I'll be using my leaf, my beans, my shombo, that's chili pepper, my onions, crayfish, and a bit of ginger and garlic, which we have in here. We have displayed and we have blended already.
Okay, everything is blended here.
Yes,
so are you also using tomatoes for?
No.
That's for the jollof.
Yes. And for the
what is this?
That's curry leaf.
Curry leaf. So
that's going for the jollof rice.
Yes. Fantastic.
And for the rice, I'm using my for the smoky jollof rice. I'm using my spices, my cinnamon, my curry and thyme as usual, my seasoning, and my.
I can see
mix.
rosemary there.
Yes, please.
I can see bay leaf.
Yes,
what is that?
That is granulated seasoning.
Okay. How about this?
That's
nutmeg. It looks like nutmeg. This is curry.
That's my own. That is my own spice.
Oh wow! How about this?
That's cinnamon.
This.
Giving me oregano.
Yeah. I think I know my spices. not to brag, but I think yes, I'm right there. Okay, and then we have some other seasoning cubes. What is this?
That's curry and thyme.
Curry and mixed together.
Yes, mixed together.
Fantastic. And then we already have our roughly blended, right?
Yeah.
Roughly blended
pepper mix
for the jollof, as well as some tomato puree.
And we have our chicken here.
Chicken. The chicken is already a bit marinating, are we?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. I love it. And what do we have here?
That's a mixture of ginger, garlic, and curry leaf.
Okay, so you're going to use that for the jollof rice as well?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. But I'm still seeing some sweet chili, sesame oil, because most people, they use this for stir fry, especially if they want to make something like a Chinese stir fry. How does it come into play with jollof?
Okay, this comes into place when I'm making my chicken sauce.
Oh, so you can actually marinate with sweet chili, sesame, and all of that.
Yes, please.
Fantastic. I'm learning. I've actually never thought about that, but that is amazing. But something I'm very interested in is smoky jollof. Now, they tell you, like, smoky jollof is literally the OG party jollof. So if your party jollof is not smoking, I don't know what you're doing.
Not there.
But a lot of people don't know how to smoke that jollof. What are you going to be doing for us today to show us?
I'll be cooking jollof, and I'll still show you how to smoke the jollof.
What are you going to use to smoke it? Some people use some seasoning. Right.
No, I'm not using anything, just this pot. The reason is I came with this pot myself. Because mostly, non-stick pot wouldn't give you the smoky jollof. Right? It's the pot of this kind that will give you that.
That's to burn.
Yeah, exactly. It has to burn.
So it's that burn that gives it the smoky flavor. Beautiful. I cannot wait. So what are we going to be starting with today?
I would need to boil my chicken because I would be needing stock for my jollof rice. Then after that, I'll go with my jollof rice. While that is going on, I will
start to wrap
my moi.
And then just put that aside, because moi, as long as you wrap it, you're good. Just put it on the hob. Yeah. So it's the jollof that will still take a lot of process to do. All right, tell me, how long have you been cooking for?
It's been, I think I started cooking when I was 8 years old.
Girl, we're in the same group chat. I started cooking when I was 8 as well. Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Did you go to any culinary school, or it was just something that you always had?
I did. I think when I was in secondary school, I did with, there's a Buluwati fair in Kwara State in Ilori. Then when I got to Lagos, I did with Ilda Basi, which is an online cooking class. Yeah. Then I try to learn from other people also.
Fantastic. So right now, do you cook for anyone, or you're just a private chef?
I'm just a private chef, and I sell food.
And you sell food?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so now this morning we are making smoky jollof rice with moi moi elewe. If you want to join us, please feel free to. The ingredients list is on the screen, and you can just jot them down. Even if you don't have the ingredients now, you can take a snapshot of it and make it when you can. Now, do not forget to send us a picture, because we want to see what you've made, you know, by Chef Tini's signature moi moi elewe, right? So please join in on the fun. Send us the picture, use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria, and we'll always repost it, just so you know. So this morning, we're going to be starting with our chicken, and our cooker is on. So we're going to move this over here so that it can start to boil. What next? What next? I'm ready to help, because I love cooking, personally.
Okay, let me just add water here. I need to put water in the chicken. But I would need to wait for it to, you know, bring out its own
stock.
Then I'll now add my own water.
Oh, so that's something some people don't do, right? I mean, I've seen a lot of chefs do that. You know, just allow it to bring out the stock before they add water. Even though
my father taught me that.
What?
My father taught me that.
So your father cooks as well?
Yes, I think I learned from him.
So it's a family of chefs. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so we're going to allow this to just simmer a little bit, and then we're going to add water to it for it to start cooking. So what's next? While this is cooking, what else are we doing?
I would
start with the leaf.
The moi.
Fantastic.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to be wrapping.
I want to turn this.
Yes, just to mix everything, ensure that it's together. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, if you're just joining us, you're welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. We're cooking for you today, as always, because we love food over here. And what are we making? We're making smoky jollof rice with moi moi elewe on the side. Even though I don't think it's going to be a side attraction, but yes, it's going to be right there with our meal. And we're having it with some chicken. Now, we're about to start wrapping our moi moi to ensure that it's cooked and ready for us. And right there, what do we have again?
We have blended beans with chili pepper, onions, garlic, and ginger, and a bit of crayfish and leaves for wrapping the moi moi.
Do you ever make that moi moi? I think moi moi with 7 lives. I don't know if that's what they call it.
Yes, 7 lives. Moi moi elemi meje. Okay. That's what we call it.
So what's in that one?
I think it's just crayfish, the seasoning, and I think if we could wait, I would have loved to add my chicken
into the moi moi.
Yes, you can add anything. I had egg, fish, corned beef, depends on the protein you like to have in your.
Fantastic.
Could be chicken, could be turkey, depends on you.
I know I've seen people add sausages to it and eggs and corned beef, but not chicken. I think I would like to try that. But it would be so funny if I see moi moi with pomo. That one, yeah. I want to see what that tastes like, right?
It might have tasted good.
Yeah, definitely, especially if you like that kind of texture. All right, so we're gonna start our cooking process. We've already started our cooking process, to be honest. And if you want to join in on the fun, ensure that you join in on the fun. Ensure that you're making it with us, and it would be lovely. We're going to a short break right now, but there's still so much more coming your way on Wake Up Nigeria. Please stay with us.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to Eastland. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. Eastland can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's East Flash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
From Lagos to the world, TVC Communications has been nominated for its very first international award, the prestigious AIB. It's a recognition of our voice, vision, innovation, and relentless drive to push beyond boundaries. TVC Communications, Nigerian excellence on the world stage.
Keeping hope alive. We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that
Our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, right here on TVC. And right about now, it's time for book chats. And I have a very inspirational gentleman here with me. And we're going to be looking at his book, A Journey of Change, right? Now, this is written by Kayode Adeagbo. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. It's a pleasure having you here, sir. Thank you. So now, first of all, I actually want to know how you went from being a real estate mogul to literally writing a book. Let's start from there.
Fantastic. I want to thank you once again for having me in your program.
Yes,
the truth of the matter is I am still in real estate.
No, of course, absolutely, absolutely.
The reason behind this book happened to be as I was approaching my 60th birthday, something kept ringing in my brain. You need to pass something down. You need to put something down. You need to put your experience down. I came from a very, very humble background. And I believe that life is a circle. My experience, at every point in time, someone else might be in that situation that need the kind of information that helped me. And I need to pass that information across, probably to help, to encourage, to give them hope. So I was thinking, what should I do? If I bring a lot of people together to have a nice party, that will not give me the kind of fulfillment. I say, okay, I'll work towards putting all my experiences in a book, and I will release it out and make sure as many people as possible can read it and get some insight on how I was able to move from my humble background to where I am today.
Yes, okay. Amazing, because I definitely went through your bio and I'm thinking, okay, I mean, over how many years? Over 2 decades, if not 3 decades, as in real estate, and then I expected when I saw the book that it would actually be on property and how closing deals, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is not it. This is more of like a self-help type of book that's literally about life and your experiences, and that's actually very interesting. Now, let's focus on the fact that you said a very humble background. Now, you also shared with us in the book that you actually lost your parents before you turned 20. So now let's talk about how that impacted your trajectory.
Thank you very much. And as a matter of fact, I'll go back to your first statement about your one would have expected me to release a book on real estate related, and as a matter of fact, that is actually coming out.
In the works now.
The reason why I started with this is that I concluded within me that it's better to start from the beginning rather to start from where I am presently. So this is out, and the one on property, real estate, my real estate journey is actually in the making. So that will be out soon. Now, back to your question. For some of us, I believe destiny has a way to arrange one's life. I lost my dad when I was 11, 12 years old. And 7 years after, my mother passed. So at age 19, I was, because of the environment, because of the culture we have, I happen to be the second child, but the first male child. So my siblings, and at that time I had 4 siblings. So it more or less like, okay, so who is going to take up that fatherly role? Mother is gone, father is gone, and unfortunately it fell on me. So I had to be able to be strong for myself and look after my siblings. As a matter of fact, as soon as my mom was buried, I left the village with all my siblings. Believe you me, if anybody asked me what I was doing then, I didn't know. I just realized that if there's a space for me to sleep, I will get all my siblings to be there with me. I really just wanted to protect them, give them life, make sure that nothing happened to them. And I brought all of them to Ibadan. Because we were raised in the village. We were not even raised in Ibadan, which is our hometown. So when we got to Ibadan, I was later moved to Lagos, and so on and so forth. So the journey has been very, very rough, but I believe with that kind of passion and determination that saw me through, when people go through my story in this book, they will be able to gather some kind of courage that is required, and some mindset that is required, because in all of those times, I never gave up. There's something that keeps telling me that there's a better days ahead of me. Even though no one said that to me, but within me, where those things came, I don't know. I just believe there's a better days.
So that actually leads me to my question, because I mean, all you're saying is actually encapsulated in this book. And then the question is, okay, fine, in that time of loss, right, at that moment, what was it that literally kept giving you the inspiration to keep on going and forging ahead? Because I see here you have a chapter that talks about faith at the center. So would you ascribe that to
Thank you very much. So later on, I realized that mine was more or less of a kind of, somebody said that God has some preference. God has some preference. And no matter what your situation look like, when the hand of God is upon you, there's a way He orchestrated your life such that you will always find help at every point, every junction of your life. That's exactly my story. And eventually, I realized that it was God that is really, really helping me to help me to structure my journey such that things are beginning and things change from that bad situation to the better ones that we enjoy today.
that we'll enjoy today. All right, now let's talk about the spirit of Lagos. That's now chapter 5. So what was it about the city of Lagos, and then how did you move from the village to Ibadan and then to Lagos, and then what did Lagos teach you?
Fantastic. Thank you very much. My dad happened to be a politician. I captured it there.
Yes.
My dad were the first set of people that worked with the then Chief Obafemi Awolowo, very close to him. And as at that time, my dad has a goal or a vision that for me, because I was his first son, he wanted me to go to school. But unfortunately, he happened to be a poor farmer. So he insisted I should go and stay with a relative outside the village. So I stayed with a relative outside the village. And when I got there, unfortunately, they don't have enough to fund my education. So I was left by myself to go and find out how my future would sort myself out. Thank you very much. And while I was doing that, I came across what I would believe destiny arranged person, which was the message I got in one of the chapters I discussed the day I had a man of God speak on radio, and he more or less described my situation, and I was like, how did this person know? How did he know what I was going through? I said I need to make sure I find him. So that evening, a general call was made. What man of God was that? Reverend Sam Adeyemi. And made that general call, come to the fellowship this evening. And I went. And that was the beginning of transformation for me.
Wow. Wow.
And things began to move from that point, because I realized that the beginning of every change in life is the change of mindset. Very
true. So that actually leads me to my next question as well. Okay, so what would you say was lacking at that point before you actually made that call and went to church, or what would you say was the thing that was lacking that now you realized that, okay, fine, at that point your trajectory began to change?
Mindset and ability to be able to see the future more clearly, irrespective of what I was going through then. A new picture was created for me. I think that for me changed the whole thing, that no matter where you are, if you can see a better future, if you can see a better picture, and then you can make a conscious or deliberate effort in walking that path, it is possible. So that possibility was the driving force that pushed me, keep pushing me, or even up to today. I still believe in that there are better days ahead, there are better days ahead. No matter what I have achieved, I still believe I can do more. I can do more. So more or less that is the factor, the big factor I believe that have been working for me.
Okay, now let's talk about chapter 10 now. You actually talk about the miracle of change. So now most times a lot of people find change to be something very discomforting. Now here you call it a miracle. How is that?
The reason why I call it a miracle for me is like, when it's like someone saying you are looking at a black something and someone said this black can turn to white. For you think no, that requires a supernatural power.
Force, yes.
Because for my life, it was from something that you really can't see anything good, no good. I mean, for all you care to know, after my secondary education, there is no one I can sit. There is no one that sit me down to say, okay, so what do you want to do with your life? No one to say, okay, do you want to do this? Do you want to learn this trade? Do you want to go to... No one. Imagine a young man of just a little over 20 years with no one to sit you down, no one to counsel you, no one to direct you, but still, right within you, just because you are hearing some positive word from a man of God, you now begin to see a different light, and you apply those little things, and then things become a little bit better and better. For me, I consider it a miracle, because for me, it's like serious transformation. I was in a country called Zimbabwe recently on a mission, and I went to minister in a village, and I was sharing with them that, look, many of you think you are poor. I said, I wish you know where I came from. Because for me, they were living like someone living in the palace, and they thought they were poor. I said, in my own days, I did not have a shoe until I was 14. I didn't put on a shoe until I was 14. I didn't see clean water until probably my 12 or 13 years. Clean water. And when we want to even drink water, we have to go almost like 4 or 5 miles to get water. So coming from that background, and you now come to a point where you now begin to see things, good things happening in your life. The things you see in other people's life, you are now beginning to enjoy them. Then you know that that is indeed the miracle.
Indeed is a miracle. All right. I mean, and so what would you say is your general perspective when it comes to, I mean, coming from such a humble background as yours? Because a lot of times, a lot of people literally come from humble backgrounds, and then they get to the other side, and then they believe, okay, you know what, I need to, I don't want to say be mean or be cruel in order to, I mean, I've gotten here by my own means, and they believe that, okay, fine. So what would you say, just very briefly, what would you say?
It depends on the process that get them to that top.
Okay.
That process is important.
Okay.
For someone like me, I know the process that got me to where I got to. So it's difficult for me to change, kind of. The reason being that my heart is still with people that believe I might happen to be in my kind of situation at my. So my heart is always with them, rather than now go to a point where you think you are so comfortable you don't want to know. The process that got me to where I am will never allow me
you to be
that, because I strongly believe that those people, apart from being liberated, I also believe that I have a mission to go back and liberate other people.
Them as
because
well.
in the Bible, there's a verse in the Bible that keep ringing in my mind. The same way you are comforted, comfort other people. So that is one of the things that even backed this book. If I've been comforted, I should go back and explain the process to other people. One of the things I tell people, and that's one of the reasons why I emphasize this book, is the fact that when people read, your minds will be open. Opportunities, you will see opportunities and you will see possibilities. So that is one of the things I am doing, going about telling people that the process, once you go through that right process, there's no place you get to and you think, no, I've made it.
All right, I've made it. All right. Kayode Adeagbo, seasoned property professional and author. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and all the best with this. And I hope that everyone, a lot of people get their hands on this, because it's full.
It's in the bookshop in Lagos.
In Lagos.
Yeah, Latana Books.
All right. Amazing. Thank you so much. All right. And that's all we have on Book Chat for this hour. Do stay with us. There's still so much more coming up right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? When we get a common language, where they unite everybody, from Oga to even Madam self, and every person waiting for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere. So, Bobo.
Gen Z, you dey chop for this time.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it locked.
You've got me your papa. Why you not gonna make younger?
Compound Wahala. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
How can I whispers be that? Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement.
2 voices, 2 views, standing apart.
Or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Sound, are you ready?
And the other close it with fire. two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
This is not just the round table. This is the black table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Good morning once again. What's up and about? I am with the beautiful Rume, the extra lovely and also beautiful Danny. And the chef with the, I love your earrings, by the way. Very beautiful. I love that the color of the pearl is ruby, right? Ruby's red.
Yeah, that's ruby.
That's ruby, yeah? Okay, you would know. You will know. Okay, yeah. And something I want to talk about just before that, yeah? You said I have anger issues. Is it true?
Oh God, Mike. See, today I don't have the strength.
No, you will receive the strength.
I don't have the strength for you. Yeah, just discovering. Are you just discovering it today?
Wow.
No, they said
she actually paused for effect. And she was going to slam you with it.
I don't get
I have anger issues.
Yeah, did I just telling you now?
I don't think Mike has anger issues.
Yeah, just telling you now.
Listen to Rume.
So what I told him is...
No, it was you.
No, I didn't tell him. He came to me and was like, Ruben, they say I have anger issues. I said, no, I don't think you have anger issues. However, I think you're easily triggered. That's a nicer way.
Potato.
No, there are two different things.
No, I don't like people like Ruben, please.
No.
Please, if you want to tell me something, tell me straight.
No.
This one.
So bring to the corner.
What are you doing? I don't understand. Do I have anger issues? Yes or no?
What are, okay.
Do you think you have anger issues?
Me? No.
Do you think I have anger issues?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think I'm slow to anger, but when I'm angry, though...
That is another type of anger issues, my sister.
No. Anger issues means that you're always just angry. Like, why are you an angry bird?
No, have you met someone... No, that's anger. But have you met someone... Fine, the person never... But when the person gets angry, the person can kill. Is that not anger issues?
That one is different.
That's anger. Exactly my point.
I can't kill now.
But Mike hasn't got
I can't even get close to that. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll go with the trigger thing, yeah? Okay, so I saw...
She's just giving you terminology.
Terminology. Potato.
No, but then you don't get triggered if someone doesn't do something to you. So you see, it's not the problem. It's the other people that are the problem.
Mike, Rume, stop it.
I have to start going.
I'm sorry.
I have to start going to class.
But that's very... Because just imagine people can easily... So I know what to trigger Mike, and every morning I'm making my duty to trigger Mike every single day. That means you are the
problem, because you have issues.
But then again, why should Mike not stabilize in a way that I can trigger him? Don't you think that's
so everybody has a lot of work to do. That's what it means. So you have to do a lot of work to ensure that you're not just going around triggering people. Mike should...
No, I'm just saying. Of course, now there are people that literally will make it their life mission just because. I mean, it's just they just see that this person takes you up. Do you understand? I'm just saying, I just feel like everyone should literally learn how to regulate themselves. Do you understand? In a way that people can't get to you so easily. I think one of the things I'm pretty good at is literally flipping when nobody expects.
So you have anger issues also.
That means we all have.
You actually have. All right, but let's check out this thing here. The federal government has abolished the use of indigenous languages as a medium of instruction in Nigerian schools, making English the sole language of teaching from early childhood to tertiary level. Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, announced a new directive on Wednesday at the Language in Education International Conference 2025, organized by the British Council. That one triggered me. So now I am triggered. It was organized not by a Ministry of Orientation or a standards organization or some other ministry that might want to do with some sort of standardization in Nigeria, but the British Council.
Imagine. Tell me you're not being colonized.
Like I'm triggered
telling me
now.
that you're not being colonized.
I am triggered now. Yes, we understand the global, the global efficacy of English. We understand that for a lot of people, they understand it's one of the 6 UN languages, of course, But when the British Council can come here and organize something, and then we have that kind of announcement in that kind of place, doesn't it, I don't know. It just screams a number of things, first of all. It screams a number of things. Considering that there are some universities in UK and the US that offer courses like Yoruba.
Let's talk about Harvard.
Igbo. These people understand how important it is for somebody to be multidimensional when it comes to the use of language. And so you have people, they do exchange programs even from as kids. Like, you understand, you take somebody to a Spanish-speaking colony of maybe your particular country. Let the person do a term there or 2 terms there so that they can imbibe that language and that culture. And then we are saying, and then now we are saying that it is by rule from primary to tertiary. The mode of instruction would only be English. I don't know. Yeah, so maybe let's clarify. When they say, do they mean that, okay, maybe while you are teaching, you understand? Someone made mention, okay, I'll talk about that later, but maybe they are talking about, okay, you can learn other languages, but when it comes to teaching you those other languages, I will teach you French in English. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. I will teach you Igbo. No, because we went to school and we had Igbo, but they were teaching us Igbo in, like, you use English as a mode to teach Igbo. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. So maybe they're saying that you can learn, you still learn other languages, but they will not use it as the means of communication to teach that language. So I don't know if you get what I mean.
Are you sure they are not just abolishing the languages in
so
total?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
Because I remember there was, at least when I was in secondary school, there was Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. You can choose any of them. And one of the main issues that we're seeing right now, I personally cannot speak my language. And I don't want to call my parents out, but
they follow.
But then we're seeing the extinction of our languages. We're seeing the extinction of our culture. And you would think that at this point, even the federal government should be doing something to ensure that we're bringing it back. Now, children are like sponges. They can learn as many languages as they possibly can, especially when they're young. Because you would see children in, the abroad now, and maybe when they're in school, of course, they're being taught English, but then when they come home, their parents are teaching them Igbo or Yoruba, and they speak fluently. Now, you would think that at least maybe the government would say, you know what, maybe this is something we need to start doing, because what else is our culture? What else is our heritage? What else is our legacy if we're going to ensure that we don't want it anymore? And guess what? By who? The British Council. So they're still finding ways to still rule you regardless.
What do you think, Tan?
Okay, so for me, it's a lot of things. I think first, and what is important for me is to understand the context with which you're saying what you're saying. Because if they're not saying they're going to abolish the learning of languages in schools. They're not saying that. And if that was the situation, I'll say that's senseless, considering the fact that not too long ago, it was also in the news that Mandarin will be introduced into the Nigerian curriculum for students.
So what it says here is medium of instruction.
Medium of instruction. And to be very honest, I think that is quite reasonable if you say, fine, what is the generally accepted language in Nigeria? Do you understand? And I think it also it also gets to a point where it also just positions the students to be a global citizen. That's just the way I decide to interpret it. Do you understand? As a medium of teaching, of learning. Because there are several times, sometimes you even go to some schools and then you can see, kids that cannot form a full and complete language. You can even see teachers that cannot form a full and complete language. And that in itself poses a problem. However, I do not believe that, I mean, our lingua franca should be struck out from the curriculum totally. And if, of course, if that is what it is, I'm totally against it. However, as a medium of instruction, I think that is actually very, very, I mean, I think I don't think it's too terrible to say, but I don't think they would definitely be saying teach me French and English, because it's impossible to do that.
Yeah, so I don't think it's impossible to also add, you know, you were talking about some schools, right, and the children cannot speak. Honestly, there are some schools that even they are teaching Yoruba. Right, so maybe all those village schools, this is what they're trying to do, and if that's what they're trying to do, fantastic.
All right, we'll get more information on that, and in the course of this, we'll definitely update you. We just want to wrap up. It's quite a sad time for us here in TVC. We just lost one of our own, Mr. Ramon, and this is it's quite a sad one. Mr. Ramon was a very, very treasured member of staff here in TVC. In the logistics department, of course, under the PCU, and a gentleman, an exquisite gentleman. A lot of us had interactions with him. He was one to always douse fires and all of that, and we commiserate with the family and the friends, and yeah, it's quite a sad time, and we pray for the repose of his soul.
Yeah. May his soul rest in peace.
You know. And okay, so that's it on what's about. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We're getting back for the second lap of the show.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade,
and the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith,
believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us. Millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
two voices, two views, standing apart,
or an argument,
a battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Sound, are you ready?
And the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we...
Welcome back. Now the energy is still high, the vibes are fresh, and we're keeping it right here, making your Thursday morning amazing. We're still having a lot of fun right here on Wake Up Nigeria. It's the second hour of the show, and if you've been with us from the top, from 7 o'clock, you already know this morning is about thriving, pushing through, and owning your day with confidence. It's Thursday, baby. And of course, we have our chef still cooking something special, that jollof rice, and more Elewe in the kitchen. And Winfrey is right there with her.
To a very tall other chef. You're literally going jollof rice and more this morning. I give you a hand. You're a strong woman. Good morning, Chef Bola. How are you doing today?
Very well. And you?
All right. I'm good. Thank you. I mean, I have a cold though. I'm good. That's why I'm trying to stay away from the pots. So tell us what's happening now in the pot.
So I'm trying to, I already sauteed my onions, ginger, garlic, and my spices. So I'm trying to fry my tomato puree.
Okay.
I like to fry it because of the sour taste.
Yes.
And after that, I'll add my pepper.
The fresh blend pepper. Amazing. Yes. It smells so great right here in the kitchen room. I'm sure you're
I'm
feeling
salivating.
it, right?
I'm salivating. The aroma is so good. I cannot wait to taste that food. I'm really excited about the moi moi dough. I want to see how it tastes. All right. If you're here with us, tell us how your Thursday is going. Tell us what's keeping your energy today. Just share your hashtag Thursday Tribe moments with us on social media at TVC Entertainment _. Now, always make sure that you use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria so we can see everything you're posting out there. Now, we love to see you winning. We love to see you having an amazing day. And do not forget that you do not have to miss a single moment right here. You can stream us live on our mobile app via the Google Play Store and the iOS App Store. And, you know, you can just hop onto YouTube or visit it www.tvcentertainment.tv. Your #1 home for everything Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Rume Paulson, and we still have a lot in store for you. We have an artist, a fast-rising artist, Lakim Oyeneye Hakim, and he's a Unilag student whose sound, which he calls Afro Life, blends his ghetto roots, life experiences, and spiritual journey. On tech, we're discussing bridging the gap between employers and job seekers in the creative industry with Olamide Adeyeye. I'm definitely thrilled, and I cannot wait for that conversation. Our second book chat is from Yusuf Balogun. He's the author of Ishepe, a Yoruba novel, and I cannot wait to just have that conversation with him all about it. DJ Ofori, also known as Big Ray, who's a Guinness World Record holding, multi-award winning Nigerian gospel DJ, will also be here and is redefining how the world experiences gospel music. He'll be right here on our couch. All right, if you thought the first hour was great, well, wait for the next 45 minutes because we still have a lot in store for you right here on Wake Up Nigeria. But we'll take a breather and we'll see you after this. Please stay with us.
Thank you for staying with us. We have our tech discussion this morning, and we're discussing bridging the gap between employees and job seekers in the creative industry. Olamide Adeyeye of Jobberman is here. It is great to have you, Olamide. You're welcome.
Definitely a pleasure. Thank you
so
much for having me.
So when I think about that topic, I'm expecting it to be a much elderly person who, you know, because you've gone and man, there's something wrong with our country now, our nation now. You know what? It's refreshing having to see that we younger people are taking up the reins and actually doing something to make our country better. Now, first of all, there is a gap, as it were, between what employers seek and people who are seeking for employment. Why is it that there is a gap like that?
So the gap that exists, and thank you so much, for having me. Talking about me being a young person is something that I am learning to, appreciate as well as first an opportunity, right? Because I think there's this quote that says that there's no meaningful development in any country without the participation of young people, right? Africa and even Nigeria at the point, our median age as a country is about 16.9. It means that majority of us are actually very young. And so if we would have, programs and initiatives that are designed with young people at the core, it definitely means that young people have to be involved. And I'm glad to be, one of those voices, just shaping opportunities for young people on the continent and in the country specifically. But to your question, you see, the world of work has changed, is changing, and will change, right? The world of work before COVID, before 2020, is significantly different from the world of work post-COVID.
Post-COVID.
And with the recent surge of AI and, LLMs into the business space.
What's that LLM?
Large learning models, large language models. Basically, and all of those things basically are shifting the way work is conceived and how work is delivered. So it's all, and this is also reflective of even the generations. So generations are also changing. I think at the point we talk about Gen Zs. Now I think the conversation is about Gen Alphas. And maybe we'll eventually get to Gen Betas and all of that, right? So now the expectations, the aspirations of this population segment is significantly changing. So for example, my parents probably would be very comfortable with, I want to shop for, food items, and then I want to go to the market. I can wait for 1 week, have people send it maybe from the village, there is that luxury of time. Now there is a lot of urgency. Right? And that in itself is informing customer behavior, is informing what value is, informing what utility is, and obviously also shaping the way the workspace and the work culture is. Because for you to maintain relevance, you must deliver value to your customers. That's the core of it. So what is shifting the world of work, while all of these technologies and all of that are shaping it, global dynamics and all of that, it's also the reality that we as human beings are changing. And so because we are changing, there is a need for, skills. Now, why do the gap exist? It's because sometimes, or in many instances, the change is happening faster, or is happening at a faster rate than we are catching up with it, right? So part of what we're even learning, for example, with even employers is some employers are struggling to even manage Gen Zs, right? The personality, the way they show up, the way they engage, the audacity, right? And all of that, with the creative ecosystem where there's also a lot of self-expression, right? Some 10 years ago, if you are dressed like this to a news station, you definitely probably considered unprofessional in that sense. But that has changed, that has significantly morphed. And so all of these things are really shaping the way the world of work is going. And I think a critical part of it as well is globalization. So the internet, technology, it's a global village. And so I am here today, I'm having meetings across, time zones, having meetings across regions, and all of that is, calling for a significant shift in the ecosystem. So what that is leading to is people are not catching up to it, particularly when you think about our educational system, right? Our educational system is supposed to be that preparatory ground for young people to be able to contribute meaningfully in the world of work or in the labor market. But if the curriculum, the design of such educational materials and even pedagogy, which is the means of, delivering that information, is still archaic. It's still meeting the needs of maybe the 18th century. Then obviously, whoever is going through that system is ill prepared to deliver value at the pace that is expected in this current world.
Which is where you come in, which job.
Absolutely.
Let's rush very fast now. Now you held a fair, and you got people to talk. You got employers. You got, we'll see some clips of that. You got employers. You got job seekers. You put them together in a space.
Absolutely.
Why is it that? Why did you do that? Why did that have to happen in that kind of way?
Well, yeah, it had to happen because, you see, one big issue around opportunities for young people is that there is a problem of visibility. You see, I personally believe that usually it is not the best person possible that gets the opportunity. It's usually the person who sees it and the best among those who see it that get the opportunity. So what we've learned in our work is, and just providing a bit of a context. So in 2020, we went into a partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, right? And the goal of that was to say, with this gap, with this knowledge gap, with this skill gap, how do we significantly upskill young people to be able to compete and be relevant into this world of work? And so we had an ambitious goal, to upskill 5 million young people across Nigeria, to support 3 million of them to get into work. And over the years, we've been able to achieve that very significantly, and we are on that journey, till 2019. But a critical part of the phase 2 of that program, for example, was to drive inclusion. Because you see, sometimes we judge every other person by our own realities, right? We are here now, we have some level of exposure, but there are people in marginalized contexts. There are people who we say they are off the tarmac. There are people who all they have access to, for example, is radio. They don't have smartphones and all of that. And so sometimes, many times we see that interventions favor people like us and could many times exclude those kind of people. Okay. These people also include, persons with disability, internally displaced persons across even rural communities, in Nigeria. So what we did in Lagos was a culmination of something we had started from the beginning of the year. We've had fairs in Kaduna, we've had fairs in Kano, we've had fairs in Adamawa, we've had fairs in Enugu. And, we're like, Lagos is the economic capital, the economic city, and, we had the one in Lagos. So it was very crucial. It was very important because we're seeing that many times people send their CVs, don't get feedback. They don't know what's wrong. They don't know why.
And some employers don't actually say this is the reason why.
To be fair, I know that definitely employers should do better, please. Employers do better. But you see, the challenge sometimes is you want to fulfill just maybe 2 roles. Yeah. You have 10,000 people apply. It's very difficult to provide personalized feedback to everybody who applied. So, but bringing people into a physical space can provide that opportunity for real-time feedback, for real-time learning, for real-time adjustment. And the fair did not just happen with Interact. It also came with a lot of learning opportunity, networking opportunity. And one of the critical things we also opened up with the fair is recognizing that waged employment, which is like getting a job, getting a salary employment, is not the only pathway. Many of us as Africans are entrepreneurial, right? Business, people are starting businesses every day. And then the question is, how do we provide an opportunity for small businesses to exhibit, their products? One of the very amazing stories that I heard was, of a young lady who, again, just started a small business and was like, let me come and sell. We had over 1,600 young people come into the room. And she literally sent us a message afterwards that she sold out, right? Wow. And that's, the kind of opportunity we are creating and just ensuring. And guess what? They actually exhibited for free. So that's, value to her. That's
I like
value
that part.
to
That's for free.
Yeah,
that's why we are even talking about it, because, you are offering value and you are not charging for it, so that is quite something. How close are you to your goal? Looking for, let's just wrap up with this. On the horizon, what are you seeing? What do you see? What's that aim? What's that objective? What's that thing that you say, okay, we have gotten there? Where is that?
I'll say what we'll see that I would say we've gotten there is that every young Nigerian and by extension African have that unhindered access to opportunities that fits their aspirations and helps them to transition effectively in terms of their socioeconomic reality. And that's basically driving increase in prosperity for young people. And I would say that we're still far from it, you know, because when you think about the scale of the problem, you will recognize that upskilling 1 million young people is still a drop in the ocean. Nigeria's population currently has over 140 million young people. So even if we have a target of 5 million young people, you can do a percentage of that. That's still small.
That's still small.
But, you know, the benefit of that is that we are consistently scaling, you know, working with partners and, you know, working, for example, with TVC, you know, and all of the support that you provide for us and all of that. You know, just scaling the work that we're doing. One of the things we are also even planning before the end of the year is also to even do something around the remote workspace, which is something that we see growing and we think is that has a potential to transform.
All right, you know what happens, Olami? I will get you back. We'll continue this because of time. We have to go now. I love that part of remote workspace.
Absolutely.
Because that's a place that we need to pivot to. And then we do have some challenges in Nigeria because of that. So we'll talk about that more. I'll have you back some other time.
Definitely.
Thank you so much and wishing you the best in all you
Thank you so much.
All right, well, that's it. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. There's still more to come on the show.
The Indomie Eat and Win promo. The more you...
You guys, this was the gist about Ira Star and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP. But me, I don't know, Sha. Because fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now. And they just dropped the update.
Are you for real?
No, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh. And that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week. And Omo, they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express. Premium gist on cruise mode. Always first. Always maintain.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jens is right. All you're trying to say to you is for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
Now hope
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba. Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for her.
Naija,
your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
All right, you know, it's Artsy Thursday, and then we're always talking creativity. Now, speaking about creativity, we have a book here for our second book chat from Yusuf Balogun, and the title is Ishekbe. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. So this book is quite an interesting book because it's in Yoruba, right? Tell us about this book and why you wanted to write in Yoruba.
So I feel like we do not have, I mean, when you go into a bookstore presently, you would find a whole lot of works written in English language, but we can't even count, you know, when it comes to works written in our native language. And the adverse effect of that is that we are losing stories that capture our nuances. We are trying to tell our own stories in foreign tongues, and we are losing out on so many things. So I feel like when everyone is going the same way, maybe no one is actually doing something different. If you could draw emotions with stories written in English language, why can't we do it with languages that are original to ours?
Fantastic. Now, speaking about nuances, right? I know that Yoruba has like intonations, because I think they said you can say iya, iya.
Yes.
And they mean two different things, right?
Definitely.
So how are people supposed to, you know, read and understand your book, especially when we're talking about the cultural nuances, the tones and whatnot?
So, I mean, talking about the tonality of Yoruba language, that is why the diacritics exist. So if you flip through the pages, you will discover that almost all of them have a tonal. Almost all of the words in there have a tonal mark. So most people who are conversant with Yoruba language can easily grab which word is this and, you know, that. And even for people who are just learning, these books are a venue to actually learn you know, the right tonalization and diacritics.
Fantastic. Now, when someone hears a Yoruba literature or Yoruba novel, the first thing they're thinking about is, he must be an old man from 1960-something, 1950-something, because those are the ones that have, you know, preserved the culture. But seeing a young guy like this, what drove you to say, you know what, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, so there's that crude perception of people who are into the culture or language, and I think it also boils down to the fact that we've been destabilized or desensitized in a way to not value what is originally ours. We view what is ours in a demonic, you know, medium, and so when it comes even to our stories, we see it in that perception. But perhaps because of my background, I was born in a home where my dad was an Ifa diviner. So my understanding of the Yoruba culture was beyond what, you know, Nollywood or, you know, what mainstream media portrays. So when you watch a Yoruba movie, for example, and they are portraying, you know, a cultural scene, they are painting the entire shrine all red, and then, you know, it's so scary. But in reality, you realize that these people are regular people. They are living the same conventional lives. It's just a system of belief. And even when you go away from the spirituality of the language, the culture, the practice, and not just Yoruba alone now, you know, Igbo, Hausa, these are, you know, belief systems original to some people. We call culture Asha, Atishe, which means Asha, to pick something, that which we have decided to pick, and then we've decided together that, oh, this is what we want to be doing. If we have decided collectively, that means it is good for our moral responsibility and shouldn't be seen as a problem, whether in this age by youth or, you know, by the older generation.
Yeah, and I think it's the youths now that even have to preserve it, because the older people are already leaving. So we right here need to preserve our own culture, our language especially. And, you know, there's that thing that language is going extinct. In fact, a lot of people do not speak their own languages. I'm one of them, right? And you just feel like it's better for me to be English. I want to dress, you know, I want to dress like the British people. But just in speaking about preserving that, I went on your Instagram page and there was a post that you said, most people say, why would you write in Yoruba, and, you know, who's going to read it? But you ensure that they are disappointed with the love and support. What love and support have you gotten with this book and the reception of people saying, you know what, I want to pick up a Yoruba book and read it? So
this is my second novel. And
Yoruba,
yes, and it's in Yoruba apparently. And then, you know, even as when I wrote my first novel in 2023, there were so many conflicting opinions, like, why don't you just make it a compact book with an English translation? I was
going to ask, will you translate this? Do you think you'll translate it to English?
Actually, the statement in itself is writing it in the, you know, in the native language. The moment it is translated, even a Yoruba person would easily go for the English translation. So if someone wakes up tomorrow and agency decides that they want to translate it, absolutely. But I feel like the actual beauty, the rawness of it is the inquisitiveness. The fact that there are people who do not even speak the language, who see the reviews and conversations online, and then, you know, they are interested in wanting to read it. And then, you know, a lot of people will feel like, would books written in native language get into the rooms that matters, or even be regarded as books in mainstream bookstores? But sometimes someone has to, you know, lead the rebellion and show others that, oh, you know, this mountain exists so that it can actually be moved.
I love it. The mountain exists so that it can be moved. And that's what we're talking about, our culture and our heritage, and ensuring that we're still right there, we still understand it, and we can read in it. I know there are some churches that, you know, they still have Igbo service, they still read the Igbo Bible and whatnot. So it's important, you know, that we are right there with our culture and our heritage. But talking about this book, tell us the story for someone who hasn't read it, or for someone who probably is thinking, I'm curious about it. What is this book about? So
Ishekme is actually largely a generational novel. I wrote it in 2021 after losing my dad and my sister.
Oh.
And then it kind of, thank you so much, it kind of exposed me. I say it every time that a man cannot relate to the realities of women, and regardless of how much we try to capture it in writing, there will still be a part of us that is left unaware.
Yeah.
But for the very first time, I experienced, or I saw full time, what it was like, how widows are actually being treated in this part of the world. And I feel like this conversation of marginalization when it comes to widows is something that we do not talk about enough. They are, you know, either demonized as witches or, you know, softly ostracized.
Shaved their heads.
Exactly, which, you know, for someone who has lost her husband and, you know, lost her daughter in, you know, just few months, you are not even giving her the honor to grieve and, you know, come to terms with what has happened. But instead, you are placing that burden of responsibility. And then when a man loses his wife, no one is coming to meet him and say, oh, you cannot raise your children alone. Exactly. But when a woman loses her husband, everyone is coming and saying, oh, these children will grow up badly. If your husband was alive, this girl would not have died.
Yeah.
I wanted to explore this conversation, and I equally wanted to explore the conversation of black tax. So the Yoruba culture is one that is very heavy on the conversation of predestination and fate. So they tell you that when a child, you know, when a child grows up and he makes money and he returns some to home, his children would automatically do that to him. But I mean, there are no absolutes in life.
True.
There are children who grew up and then, you know, felt like, oh, black tax is a bad financial decision, and then, you know, they went away from it. Does that mean that they would not grow up to become successful? And
that's a good question.
I try as much as possible to detach myself from my writing and rather spark conversation. So when you read my works, you do not see me having an absolute stance.
Fantastic.
Instead, I want my readers to actually open up conversations on these things that we'll not regularly talk about on a regular day.
You have a very beautiful book. I hope everyone gets to read it.
Thank you so much.
You know, we start to preserve our culture and we start to preserve our languages. And I wish you all the best. I can't wait to see what you're going to do next. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for gracing our couch today. We'll go on a short break. When we return, there's still so much more coming your way on Wake Up Nigeria.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it, you'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
It's a mean getaway, heart of hustle and bustling in Lagos, at Lagos, with Lagos, about Lagos, and it's the vice that gives me joy. Entertainment is creativity. Entertainment is way of life. Entertainment is how you can describe it. You know, that thing. You know, that thing that gives you that thing, that specific. That's entertainment to me.
Okay, so we're here for the final interview for the day on this Thursday edition of Wake Up Nigeria. And here with me I have DJ Ofure, also known as Big Ray. Now he is a Guinness World Record holding multi-award winning Nigerian gospel DJ, redefining how the world experiences gospel music. I love it so much. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm very well, thank you. So now there's something that I'm really impressed by is by the gospel music community, right? Yeah. We have a lot of young, energetic individuals that you're going into that space and literally making sure that, see, gospel music is literally is absorbed in a very, very different way. So tell me, how did you get to that point, deciding this is what you want to do?
Story is long, but I'll cut it short.
Your summary.
All right, yeah. So I think we were just young guys who wanted to redefine how people envision Christian music, because back then they said Christian music are boring.
Yes.
You agree with that?
Then now, in those days now, come on. I mean, no, this is, it's not like I agree with it. But I mean, I grew up in Deeper Life.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand? Yeah. And then no drums, no instruments, just your hands. Do you understand? So I mean, it got to a point where even other ones, you're not even just generally interested. Do you get?
So basically, we're just young guys who decided to do something different, and we have to or rather, we are building a community where you can have a clean, fun environment without alcohol, without drugs or anything.
Oh, nice.
And still party in the Holy Ghost and have amazing fun. So basically, I think that's just the summary.
So how was that? So I'm more interested in your journey into that space, because it's like, okay, how did you get there? Because a lot of people, I know some people that struggle. For instance, now gospel artists, they're like, okay, fine, you know that the world will accept secular music more, and then when you think about making a living or earning a living, you want to literally, play to that crowd. So did you ever have that battle? And then what was it that made you decide and say, you know what, I'm going to do this no matter what?
So big shout out to my parents, first of all. So I grew up in a Christian background, and I just realized that instead of moving to the secular world to get everything fast, because it's faster over there actually, I think I rather would just stick with my faith and be unashamed about preaching the gospel.
Okay.
I didn't really care of how long it was going to take me, but I just knew that I was going to push this till the very end. And graciously and gratefully, right now, we're here and we're doing amazing things in this space, building more Christian DJs, females, young kids from 15, 17, they meet me, or their parents even text me and be like, yo, my child wants to become a Christian DJ. I'm like, oh,
nice.
3 years ago, they would disown you.
Exactly, true.
Yeah, I'm really amazed and I'm really grateful to God, because it's been a journey so far. It didn't start all great, but...
Okay, so you were never one of those kids that left home based on the fact that you grew up in the church background and just went into the world. Did you have that phase?
Yeah,
just been a good boy.
My parents didn't really agree with that.
They never agree now.
They never did actually. They almost disowned me because of the
DJ.
Yeah, because of like, you're the most unserious child ever.
So how did you manage to convince them?
I didn't convince them.
You didn't?
I did not. I was like, anything you guys want to think, I'm just going to follow my heart.
Nice.
I think it started building up fast. So they started seeing results, and I'm like, oh, my son.
Yes, my son. They started coming around. Like, okay, maybe this is what is really good.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's talk about Guinness World Records. How was that, and how did that happen for you?
It was a long one. It was 3 days, 72 hours without sleep.
Wow.
And a lot of people came along, and it was amazing seeing Christian folks.
Yes, coming to support you.
I think that built people's strength in going, what's the word? Outside, pushing themselves outside here, because they said, oh, if Ofri can do this,
I can do this as well.
So I think it was more of a forefront. I was more of a forefronter for them.
Okay.
And so a lot of people are doing great stuff right now. Like
so I'm going to talk about that definitely, because now it's like everybody, their brothers and aunties, nieces are literally going and making attempts at the Guinness World Record. What do you think about that? Do you think that's a good thing, or do you think people are literally just being phony?
I think it's a good thing, though. I think it's just more like you setting a to-do list and saying, I think I need to do something. What's it? Because it's going to outlive you at the end of the day.
So is it worth it? Would you say, okay, fine, holding that record for you, would you say it changed anything?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, really? What did it change?
My life?
Tell us. Were you open to more opportunities? Did you
so in the Christian space, it's quite dicey, but I think I'm taking it one step at a time. Okay. In as much as I'm not where I want to be, but I've seen progress since when I started, or rather, when I did the Guinness World Record in 2021 at Culture Yard, Ikeja.
Because there's no actual money. It's not like they hand you money. They just give you the plaque, right? So the plaque literally it attracts.
Yeah, it just gives you the visibility you need, right?
Visibility,
right?
Okay.
And people feel like, or rather, people know how authentic your brand is, and they start calling you for gigs and get opportunities in and out of the country and all.
Okay, great. So now, of course, there's a controversy of, we're going to talk about this on the backdrop of your upcoming concerts.
Right.
There's the, when I call it controversy, so once upon a time, there was the issue of, okay, fine, guest ministers now and music ministers, gospel ministers going to perform at churches and so people are like, okay, fine, they charge. And they're like, oh, okay, why should you charge? You're a gospel artist. You shouldn't charge.
Me up.
So what do you think? And of course, as a DJ as well, they call you to come and DJ a church event. Will you charge, first off?
Definitely, I am going to charge.
Okay, now tell me why. Give me the rationale behind that.
So basically, I think the church needs to understand that we're all humans and we have things to do. In as much as I do not put a price on my
on your craft.
On my craft, especially with the churches, because I know how cool
so you say honorarium.
Almost like the honorarium can be bad, because I remember there's one day they gave me 1,000 naira inside an envelope. I wanted to scream.
Oh my Lord, are you joking?
So I thought it was a check. It was flat, very flat, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. This is going to settle this and this. And I opened it when I go home. I'm about to cry right now.
Oh my Lord. What did you return it? I hope you did.
Did not return it.
I hope you
prayed on it. And
you prayed on it. And you did what?
And I spent it.
You could have given it away. Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I was really.
Did you speak up about it, or you just?
No, I just let it go. I just let it go. Yeah, I just moved on.
But did you go back to that church again?
No, they are calling me for bigger events, and they are paying good.
They are paying good. Okay.
So it's really dicey charging churches, but I understand for the music ministers because you have to pay your backup singers, the drummers. They are not flying there, basically. So I think, they should do well and pay.
They should do. So you believe straight up they should actually pay for this, because it's actually, it's a craft.
Yeah, it's a craft.
And you actually put your heart, your soul into it. You're doing rehearsals, you're recording songs and all of that. And of course, I mean, the Spirit of God and the presence of God, you can't put a price tag on that, but then again, it's still a gift you've been giving. And if you can pay, they pay for concerts, right?
Yeah,
so why not? So now, speaking of concerts, let's go talk about your concert coming up this Sunday. Tell me about it. What should we be expecting?
So the concert is tagged Unashamed, the Joy for Life in concert, Unashamed, and it's pretty much proclaiming Christ, being unashamed, being radical for God. And it's a gathering of thousands of young believers like myself.
So where would that be happening?
So it's going to be happening at Maryland, Pistis Hub to be precise, and the ticket, I put money on it actually. So the ticket is just 5,000 naira, just for
that's reasonable. It's not like you're charging us in dollars or anything.
No. We'll get there. But so it's going to be an amazing experience. We have likes of Gaze Baba, Mike Abdul, Spirit of Prophecy, Obarenge, Angelo. A lot of my guys are coming through. It's going to be amazing.
Okay.
And I want
everyone to come and be there. I'm definitely sure it's going to be an amazing time in God's presence. And well done, and kudos to you for everything you're doing. It takes a lot of guts, actually, in this time with everything that's happening, to actually step out and say, you know what, for Christ, I'm going to do this no matter what. All right, so we have breakfast for you. I hope you do you like to eat in the morning?
I'm not a morning person, but today
you will eat. All right, amazing. So we're going to be heading over to the kitchen now.
Okay.
All right, let's go. I think it's absolutely amazing when I see people have that much fun and praising God. I think it's really beautiful. Welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen.
Thank you so much. This looks amazing.
Yeah.
Before people say anything,
We've never asked you how you look. We're greeting you first. You are more focused on this than praise
I'm sorry about that.
It's food. So Chef Bola has been hard at work. Oh, okay, yeah. Romeo, tell us.
Chef. Well, Chef Bola has
what
been
you guys
making...
got
Chef, don't worry about this. Just come and tell us about this.
Come and tell us about the meal that you made.
Okay, I have momoy and chicken here.
All right.
So, can I talk about the ingredients?
Yes, please.
Okay, I have my beans and my seasoning. I had a crayfish, I had a bit of ginger and garlic, and I have my chicken here also, which this is my own special sauce.
Please go ahead and try to taste
sauce.
it. Yeah. Is it not the sauce I'm very interested in? Please go ahead and try to taste it.
You want to join me?
No, won't worry.
It's yours.
It's yours.
You are still wasting time. That will disappear in front of you now. That's when you know.
Bola, your special sauce. Tell us about your special sauce.
All right.
That's why it's special. That's why it's special. We need to tell about it.
That's my secret.
Don't worry. Don't tell us.
He went for the OG. He went with the chicken.
Don't tell us. Don't tell us.
How is that sauce?
Just leave it.
Is the sauce special?
It's nice.
No comments. Okay, no comments. It's good. It's amazing.
Beautiful. Over there, we have our jollof rice, but you know we need to make it smoked.
Yes, man,
so it's smoking
right this now. One alone is a perfect meal. This is perfect breakfast. Momo and chicken.
Yes.
Jim bro.
Yeah.
Muscle building Jim bro.
Hey, David,
all right, so how is it?
That song is a hit.
This is.
I like that song.
You're still trying to.
It's marinating my mouth. Because I'm taking my time.
But I don't know. I need to talk about that song. That song is a hit.
Iron Breaker.
Iron Breaker. Ah, that song is a hit.
With your special dance.
Yeah, but hey, come on. That's the size of the show for this morning.
Yes, yeah? Of course. It is the size of the show for this morning. And tomorrow's show, the size will be bigger.
Yeah. What's up?
So close the week.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Leadership means building trust. With